chance to hear Brother Ren sing, and then we gonna shout out all the fans. Yeah, it's Minister Jap. You already know, man. Church is definitely in the building. They fucking with me though. Alright, let's do it. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch. Yeah. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, 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 yeah, church on the bitch, yeah, church check in, church on the bitch, oh, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, church check in, let's go. Minister Jap, it's a new era and niggas is chat. I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking this crack. Bitch getting taxed in my Benjamin static. Truck in the front and the engine in back. 3Ks, everything I'm whipping in is black. 3 hoes all wanna sit on my lap. High yellow heifer, I'ma hit her from the back. This is a fact, I'm taking your bitch, I'm not giving her back. Bitch got some kids, I'm not dealing with that. The back of her throw where my children is at, that was realer than that. Her mama's a hoe and her sister's a rat. Their hair was amazing, the pussy was trash. Run up on church and that pistol gon' blast. Get your ass body trying to get to this bag, nigga, church. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, yeah. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, 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 yeah, church on the bitch, yeah, church check in, church on the bitch, oh, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, listen, church check in, let's go. Relinquish the bitch, you loving and cuffing to be with the bitch. She came in with you, but I leave with the bitch. I bang and I skeet on the bitch. They be like Jap conceited and shit. I push it to start, ain't no key to my whip. Believe in the game, don't believe in the bitch. I listen to sin and the rest of the pips. You chasing the bitch and ain't chasing the check. You look like a bitch when you making them threats. You talk how you talk, cause you safe on the net. When I see you, no talking, I'm breaking your neck. Catch a nigga like I do, I'm dirty on sight. Whole lot of bargain, but I bet he won't bite. Bet a nigga won't roll a dice with his life. Double cross church kid, crucified twice, nigga. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, yeah. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, 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 yeah, church on the bitch, yeah, church check in, church on the bitch, oh, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, hey, church check in, let's go. Church, check in. It's your boy, Minister Jap. Listen, I know y'all been looking for me, but at the bottom of this video, in the description section, you'll see where it says follow me. You can follow me on all social media platforms. You know, make sure you click the links in the description so you can get in touch with me and get in tune with everything I post at all times. You never know, the haters might try to take us down. Also, make sure you follow my backup channel, Minister Jap Church Media. Follow the channel now. We are not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Make sure y'all paying attention. Church on the move. Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man.
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church check in, man. Church check in. Church! Make sure y'all niggas can hear me, man. Make sure y'all niggas can hear me, man. They always do that shit. They always want to do the bullshit. Are we loud and clear? What's happening? What's happening? We live. Hit that share button. Hit that like button. We gonna chop it. We gonna chop it. We gonna chop it. Shout out to the ladies. Oh, it's summertime. Getting hot out here, man. What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Shout out to Miriam in the building. XL Pro Services in the building. We got Mr. Chambers. Shit, Fit of None. Idi Amin. YGLTB1. And the family is coming in the building, man. Let's get everybody in the building. Let's chop it. Let me know if y'all want to do a panel. Let me know if y'all want to do a panel. We're getting some love in the room. Shout out to everybody hitting that super chat. Much love. Much love. What we got on the super chat? Shout out to Juanito, man. Southside, man. What's popping? Popping. Oh my God. This shit is getting out of hand. This shit is getting out of hand, y'all. It's I swear to God right now, it's like a full out race war. Especially online right now. Especially online right now. You could think people like Nick Fuentes, Myron Gaines, people that's keeping this shit going with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You could thank Fresh and Fit in them. You could thank Sneeko and them and all the goofies. You would think all that goofy shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They are literally trying to get a race war started right now. Hold on. They are literally trying to get a race war started right now. Let me see. Damn, somebody just sent something through. Shout out to XL Pro Services with the 10, and shout out to Van coming through with the 20 on the Cash App. Man, this shit is getting out of hand, and I think a lot of the bullshit that's happening is because of these social media influencers. They are really, really starting a lot of this bullshit. When it all started with the black fatigue shit. This case, we're gonna talk about this case, man. We're gonna talk about this case. Now, we did a show when this case first happened. And, I'm always fair with this shit. Like, you got a lot of these niggas, they like to just ride the wave, or I'm just going to diss black folks. I'm just going to diss black folks. Or you got motherfuckers that's going to ride the wave, I'm just going to diss the white folks. You know what I'm saying? I like to be fair because you can't always ride with black folks. Even though you want to, my loyalty is to my FBA family. Shout out to FBA family in the building. But you got to be fair about this shit. Shout out to Miriam with the 25 on the Cash App. Much love to you. It's much appreciated. You can't just ride with black folks because they black folks. because sometimes black folks rely on that bullshit when they're doing bullshit. Now, the situation with Karmelo Anthony, the young man came to a school with a deadly weapon, and he said he was being bullied by two big white twins, stabbed one of them in the neck, and they charged him with murder. Now, what's going on right now is we're learning right now that you're gonna have a foolproof plan when it comes to trying to utilize the whole self-defense argument. You know, they not letting people get away with that self-defense shit unless it's just blatant. And what I've learned from this is that, well, especially with, you know, if you take a firearms class, just because a motherfucker attacks you, you can't overdo it. Because it's a guy in Chicago who I don't believe should be doing time, but they locked him up. God, what is this dude's name? He is from, what do they call it? Trap City something. Named Trap City something. Somebody from Chicago know what I'm talking about. It was a little nigga out here who was damn near worse than King Von, killing niggas. He's a rapper named Lil Jeff. And that dude came to the dude Trap City, what the fuck is his name? Trap City something. Came to his house in Chicago with an AK, with a Draco, with two niggas in a Draco. And the little nigga, Lil Jeff, ended up getting killed. But he overkilled him. He shot the hell out of him with a machine gun. They ended up, at first, they didn't pick it up. They was like, okay, it's self-defense. And then afterwards, they came and tried him. And now he's doing time for it. So they're not really letting niggas get away with a true self-defense, especially when it's like, you could retreat. That's what they always tell you in the firearms classes. If you got the ability to retreat and you don't take it, that's gonna work against you in the court after you kill somebody. And the dude had the ability to leave his porch and go back in the house or run through the back. It was something to that degree where they got him on a technicality. It's another dude from Detroit. Now, I don't think this dude should be getting tried, but the feds picked him up. He was at a party and the rapper NBA Youngboy's people ran up on him with a gun. He disarms them niggas with the gun and shoots them. They trying him right now for attempted murder. So when it's coming to like right now in this climate, they not letting niggas utilize self-defense unless it's with the hands. It's gotta be with the hands, man. It's gotta be with the hands, man. Because once you start picking up weapons, that's when it gets tricky. And a lot of people think that you can get away with that shit because it was just the South, like that white dude, Chud. He tried to run around antagonizing people, black folks, starting this racist shit, trolling online, doing what Myron and them be doing, and talking about black folks, we chimping out, all this shit. See this chipping out thing? it's starting a lot of BS, and people think that if they in a stand your ground state, it's just gonna be a flawless victory, and it's not happening like that. Because it's starting too much shit, and they looking at it like, dude, we not trying to have no riots out here. These people about to tear shit up. It's really like everywhere you look on TV right now, it is a race war. It is a flat out race war. And a lot of the agitators of these race wars are people like Charleston White, the Chud the Builder, Fresh and Fit, all the niggas they fuck with. They're agitating this shit, and it's getting, if you go on Twitter, that's all you see. Even if you don't want it in your algorithm, that's what you're going to see. This black fatigue shit, you know what I'm saying? This chimping out and black fatigue. That's what is trending right now. That's what's popular right now and all that shit. And I told y'all when I made the prediction, Miriam, you know I made the prediction. I told y'all it's about to get extremely violent. I told y'all prepare for the violence. Because all these white people want to use the N-word, it's about to get violent. And it's getting out of control because every time you turn on your phone, every conversation is a racial conversation. You know what I'm saying? And you got poor representation of black folks right now that are agitating this shit too. And they're not being fair about this shit. Now, going back to Carmelo Anthony's situation. And I had to really think about it. I have to be fair. I knew he was going to go to prison. I told y'all, all I wanted him to have, when we talked about this shit the last time, I said, he's going to go to prison. I just want him to make sure that he has the best representation possible, that he's represented well, he's defended well, and he can get as less time as possible. But black folks fucked it up for him. Black folks fucked it up for him. We're gonna walk it down slow. Black folks fucked it up for him, man. Especially people like Charleston White, who play both sides. See, this is the thing with a nigga like Charleston White. You cannot take Charleston White seriously, even if he's saying some shit you agree with. Because before he say some shit you agree with, he'll say some outlandish shit. He was riding with the white boy at first before he started grifting onto the family. See, he don't really have an opinion. He just know how to incite, and he know how to play the internet well. He knows how to do the internet well, like Anton knows how to do the internet well. You know what I'm saying? When we gonna really break this shit down in its truthful matter. I have to look at it like, for instance, my father loved me to death, but he also is not gonna back my bullshit. Like, if I did that shit, my father would be the one talking about listen, I'm very disappointed in my son. He should have never brought no goddamn knife. He should have never brought a knife to a school function. Because the old school parents, the real parents, are like, man, you just got to get jumped. Come back. If you get jumped, come back with your guys. But you're going to have to throw it from the shoulders or something. You don't come, you don't get pushed and then pull out the deadly weapon. And that's what Chud did. You know, Chud say he got touched. And he felt like if you touch me, I'm just gonna let off. But he been trying to let off. And when you have a deadly weapon, you're gonna do deadly things with it. Deadly things happen with deadly weapons. And I think this is about poor parenting. I had to really sit back and watch these parents. This whole story is about poor parenting. They sold us this image of how good of a kid he was and all this, but when you really look at them interviews, these parents of his wasn't shit. We had to find out Karmelo's parents wasn't shit, and we was riding for him in the beginning. But as time progressed, they started doing actions to let us know that they are ain't shit parents. Every move that they made was not to get his case. They did not put the case first. They was buying houses. They set up the GoFundMe. Okay, all the people supported. They was buying houses. They bought a truck. They bought a bunch of shit, ran through the money, and got a shitty lawyer. They got a shitty lawyer, and they threw their son under the damn bus. You know, they did not appropriate them funds in a manner in which that they were putting Karmelo first. He's the priority. We got to make sure he ain't about to do life. It could have been life. It's damn near life. 35 years. And it's because of the parents. And it's also because of how we conducted ourselves out there. Because we are a representation of Karmelo, and we were looking crazy. We was not trying to get that young boy off. Even the people that they had speaking on his behalf were crazy. You ever notice that a lot of our black families, when we have a tragedy, we put the worst representative on behalf of the family to speak on behalf of the family to the news? We put the worst motherfucker in the family to do the speaking. The people that was outside acting a fool didn't make this shit no better. So from the judge's point of view, they're like, this little nigga's a menace. Look at his representatives. Look at his community. They outside the courtroom acting a menace. They did. And if he was so articulate and A student and all that, why they didn't let him get on the stand? The whole strategy of this shit was stupid. They did not care about the well-being of him. I'm sorry. I have to call it how it is. This shit would have been a lot different if this would have been like a brawl and a fist fight or something where somebody tumbled down the stairs and broke their neck. Okay? But the deadly weapon, and when you say deadly weapon, because a knife is a deadly weapon. I never, and when I was in high school, we got into fights. I've been jumped. We came back and jumped back. I didn't come back with a gun or a knife. We just didn't do that. I never walked around school with a weapon. But when you walk around with a weapon, it is going to be very hard for you to say self-defense. Because it's like you're fishing for it. And I forgot what the wording was that they said. He was like, don't run up on me. You better not run up. See, you warning him because you know you got the weapon. See, all this shit factors in, bro. All this shit factors in. Then you gotta understand you're playing in white folks' playground. Texas is white folks' playground. I don't care how many niggas you got in Houston. Because the laws and the legislation and everything is all written in favor of white folks. You gotta know what game you playing. Because you gotta know who making the rules. A Texas prison, they say a Texas prison is the worst thing you could ever be in. So no need to fear. EB is here. Shout out to bro. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that super chat. Support this show. And let me know if y'all want to have a discussion, if y'all want me to put the link in the chat, because we're going to go through a lot of things. But black folks were acting their ass out there. Then you got, it's like, it's so much shit going on right now that a lot of people are being tried. How do you say that? Tried and tried by the public. You're being tried by the public because that church shit, that shit, white folks gonna want their revenge. What the hell Charleston White say? We're going to get into that, man. Charleston White, like I say, man, he's just the character. You cannot take him seriously. You cannot take him seriously. Because he started off talking complete shit on behalf of the white folks. He was talking shit. Then he want to ride with them, talk about he going to raise all this money, and then he want to pull out. I don't like a wishy-washy nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's just the famous nigga. See, that's the thing too, man. Just because these niggas be famous don't mean they right. Charleston White be making a complete fool out of himself. He go to colleges and cuss everybody out at the college. Talking about, y'all niggas broke. He's speaking at one of these colleges. I'm gonna do a whole show about Charleston White one day. He's just doing it for the views. And it gets the views, but they're not all good views. That's the thing with this internet shit. Some people will say provocative shit, but they don't mean it. They not gonna stand on it. Like, you ain't gonna see me roast the Pilgrim and then you see me, kicking it with the Pilgrim. Chopping it up with the Pilgrim. Fuck, I'm chopping it up with the Pilgrim for, nigga. I'm gonna stand on it. Like I told y'all will never see me with them fresh and fit niggas, ever. Especially after them niggas stole my shit. I kept my mouth quiet about them niggas for a while, but they starting a lot of shit out here, man. They starting a lot of shit. And I like to be
I like to be fair with the assessments of things. He always defending white people, but then you see him want to. It was supposed to. It was really about the money. You know what I'm saying? And he talking about he was going to donate $75,000. He just didn't want to give up that money and whatever. But if you heard the parents talk, they are such goofies. You know, the parents was just goofies. Both of the parents is wild. But right now we're in a climate. I told y'all last, you know what I'm saying, that we are about to have a serious race war. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all niggas, get your license. You know, get your license. Make sure you're on deck. You know, get prepared because it's about to get violent. It's about to get violent. And people are inciting this shit. You know what I'm saying? They inciting this shit. You know, they got a trend right now going on. If you go on Twitter, rest in peace, Simple the P. Okay, I see that. I see so many people using discipline and dirty dick. Come on, man. That'd be half of the reason why I don't even be wanting to broadcast. Because niggas just be stealing my shit. Just stealing my shit. I ain't created that shit for over 10 years. You know? These niggas just be stealing, man. Unoriginal as fuck. But they don't really have a stance. My thing was, I knew he was gonna go to prison. There's no way he could have avoided that because when you factor in deadly weapon and they don't have any weapons, yeah, they're big, you could run. You know, if you got that's what they're gonna see. That's what people understand. When you're brandishing a weapon and a person doesn't have a weapon, if you got the ability to retreat and you don't take it, you're not gonna be able to use self-defense. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you, that's how the law is written. That I know you want to just be able to, nigga touch me and it's up. I know you want to be able to just, nigga touch me, I'm shooting. I know you want to be able to do that. Nigga touch me, I'm stabbing. I know you want to be able to do that. But if you got a weapon and they don't, and you can get away, the weapon is supposed to be there to help you go home. If you don't take that option, you're not going to be able to use a self-defense claim. And if you want to use a self-defense claim, you have to be back against the wall. There was no way to retreat. I couldn't get out of there. You know what I'm saying? It was no way to go. I couldn't go left. I couldn't go right. I couldn't back up. It was no escape. That's the only way you're going to be able to pull out that weapon, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know? Time to get rid of all these fence riders. Pause. That boy A$AP Rocky got us looking crazy out here. I seen he had a thong on. Texas doesn't play with school activities on school grounds. He's lucky that he got 35 years. Damn. What happened to Fitz? That's what I'm saying. And that's another thing. These shorties listen to all this music. A lot of this shit, man, with this drill music. When we came up, we was about hustling. We respected the hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we weren't supposed to be respecting hustlers, but that era was a safer era. These young niggas are demonic. All they want to do is catch bodies. That's why the drill music is probably the worst thing that ever happened to the world. That is the worst thing that happened to the world, because if you look at it, it's I'm gonna have to talk about that drill shit, man. Shout out my nigga Mike Clemens in the building, man. 87. Drill music is borderline gay, bro. if you want to be real about it, it's borderline gay. They don't even have no girls in the video. It's just a bunch of niggas dancing with guns. If you look at these shorties' Instagrams, these is young 14-year-olds in high school. Instagrams, they got guns. The first thing they want to do is kill. They don't want to fight. Because they don't want an ass whooping. We took ass whoopings when I grew up, man. Take your lick, man. Take your lick and come back. Remember what Pop say? You live to fight another day. That was the realest shit in the world. That was one of the realest things in the world. Show your kids Friday. When Craig went to go get that gun, he said, son, you don't need that. Oh, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all pussy fag. Y'all always want to get the guns. You know? And deadly weapons kill. You know? Deadly weapons can kill. It'd been a totally different thing if he'd have, knocked the nigga tooth out or, and he was an athlete too, so it's like, man, get down. Get a couple in there quick, you know what I'm saying? And then just start tussling with their big asses until somebody break it up. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody punk you. But if you got the weapon, you should have been like, okay, motherfucker, I'm out. Because if they would have seen the weapon, they would have been like, bro, got a knife. See, I don't think he used that knife right. I'm being honest with y'all, man. If it's a nigga that's running up on you and you pull out a knife and he don't got one, usually a nigga be like, all right, bro, you got it. Catch your ass next time. Or leave you alone. You know? Charleston White gonna be another nigga that's gonna catch a case. You know? But he does it smart. He hits you with the mace first. But Charleston White always pulling out weapons when niggas run up on him with that bullshit. You know? And it's just about to show y'all, man, it ain't as sweet as y'all think it is in Texas, and it ain't gonna be like that in Florida. It's gonna be like, nah, man. In the South, it's just not like that. Your ass better know the rules. Know the rules of the road before you ride, nigga. Know the rules of the road before you ride, and know who wrote the rules. And know what you up against. You know? They got a terrible lawyer. That family really, really threw their son under the bus. Your lawyer couldn't get one black juror. Let me show you the list of the jurors, bro. Let me show you the list of the jurors, bro. It's like y'all did not want your son to have freedom. Y'all didn't want this little nigga to have no freedom. Like you gotta be realistic. He was going to prison. It's nothing that could have stopped that. It's nothing that is going to stop that. But I was hoping for 7 years or something. I'm saying I'm hoping they could really get a good defense. We had no representation. And our representation that we had that was standing outside was acting a complete ass. I know he was like, oh my God. Even the dude they had speaking on behalf of the family was doing the most. You know? He was doing the most. He got Benjamin Crump ass type of nigga. I forgot the nigga name. He was a fuck nigga though. I'm like, y'all didn't want y'all son to fucking win, bro. And when I'm talking about a win is maybe 5 years. You know, I know he wasn't gonna walk. You killed a white boy in a white country, man. In a white country state. You know what I'm saying? Like, Texas play by the old rules, man. You know? So you want to get the best of the best, man. You ain't trying to, man, you know what I'm saying? We would have bought no house. Man, we'd have had a little bitty apartment, man, trying to get this little motherfucker out, man. Trying to make sure he's straight. We would have downsized. That's when you love your family. You go without. You motherfuckers balling. You motherfuckers decide we gonna ball. You know? Hold on. Let me pull up these jurors. They say that they like, okay, we just gonna ball out. I heard they was taking trips, and the money that they spent on the extra money they kept, and they try to start a GoFundMe now and keep the extra money. Like, man, come on, bro. Hold on. Okay, hold on right here. Hold on. Pull this up real quick, man. So what we got, man? Let's see what we got, man. So this is what we got, man. Juror number 1, white woman in her 40s. Cooked. Juror number 2, white man in the 40s. Cooked. Juror number 3, white man in his 30s. Cooked. And you don't understand how that white football culture is in Texas. Oh my God. Juror number 5, white woman in her 30s. Juror number 6, white man in his 50s. Juror number 7, Asian woman. Number 9, white or Hispanic woman. Like, dude, not one black juror. What the hell kind of lawyer did you have? What lawyer said we're gonna go forward with this? We're gonna fight this until you get us about 7 black folks on here. Yeah. All these the ops in Texas. What did you think he was gonna get? What did you think he was gonna get? All of these jurors, not one black person, not one. And don't hit me with that people of color shit because you got a Middle Eastern over here and an Indian woman and a Hispanic. Man, please. They hate your black ass too. They hate your black ass too. He never had a chance, but his parents blew the chance. Because when this shit happened, black folks showed up. We not gonna act like black folks didn't show up. Because it wasn't no white folks on that GoFundMe. I can guarantee you that. It wasn't no tethers on that GoFundMe. I can tell you that. Black folks showed up, they got like a $500,000 plus, and y'all going to go buy property and shit? What the hell is... They let their son just get cooked, man. Poor parenting. Poor parenting, man. Now, man, what was that one video? Because there was a video of his parents. I got that video somewhere on my phone. Let me see. There's a video of his parents. Hold on. And the daddy just saw. So they didn't receive, okay. They received over $800K and blew it and blew through it. They blew through it. Hold on. They blew through that money, man. They need the shit slapped out of them. I'm not gonna lie about it, bro. They really blew it. You know what I'm saying? But like, man, what? It's like I went to a black school. We didn't fucking, in my era, we wasn't shooting each other. They sold their son out for that money, and they still trying to get more money. They still trying to get more money. I ain't giving them shit. And I'm sorry to say it, man. I want him to. I can't say, it's not realistic to say he's just gonna go home and be innocent. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I have to be absolutely honest with you. The self-defense shit is not gonna work. I was hoping it would have been manslaughter or something, but he had too many opportunities to run. That's a factor. That's what a lot of these niggas don't want to they don't want to say. You just want to listen, man. I love black folks like the next nigga, man. But you got to know what you're doing, and if you got a weapon, you got a responsibility with that weapon, man. You can't just up a weapon off top. That's got to be the weapon has to be the last resort. It was like, oh, he couldn't run. You're in a tent. You're in a tent on a field. I'm sorry, man. Your parents just didn't raise you right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, hold on. Let me see if I can find a video of the mama and them. They are some fucking ghetto fucking bumpkins. And the father was a pussy. Is this nigga Charleston White? He's talking about, I've been dealing with the family and all this shit.
Believe that, fam. I don't want to get my own people trying to convince black people, white people good. But all white people ain't bad. Why? I ain't never met a bunch of bad white people. Drew Anthony, Caleb, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentence.
Oh my God. Yeah, there goes some other shit too. The parents didn't even show up to the sentencing from what they're saying. That's wild. See, that's another thing that pisses me off about this, because everybody doing all this writing, and if parents right, I don't know what to say about this shit, man. I really don't know what to say. Because if the parents didn't show up to the sentencing, and they still asking for fucking money. This is bad, man. This is just all the way. I can't defend this, and I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try. And I ain't trying to, the motherfucker go, oh, you cooning, but no, nigga, I'm being real. This is bad parenting 101. This is, I don't give a fuck about my kid. Volume 2, nigga. This is Fuck Them Kids, the album, nigga. That's what we just seen. Fuck Them Kids, the album. You know? Hold on. Nigga, they ass is wild, man. They ass is wild. But the racial tension is high right now, man. And we got niggas acting like fools. We got to move with a militant strategy, man. We got to move with a militant strategy. We can't just be starting shit. It don't look right. It's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? We got to move militant, man. And your kids got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? And know what the kids got to look at you. Don't you ever, man, take your lick, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not ready to play with weapons. Your ass can barely drive. Your ass can barely wipe your ass. What you carrying a knife for? You can barely wipe your ass. You little musty nigga. And you walking around with a knife. What you know? Like, it's like, I don't understand, man. Jail is real, man. And he going to a prison. They tried him like a man. He got tried like a man, bro. Real talk. Oh shit! Now this shit want to freeze up. I got too much shit going. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. They tried you like a man. Hold on, y'all. Damn, I got too many fucking videos on this screen. You gotta try like a goddamn man, bro. Hold on, man. Ugh. Hold on. My bad, y'all. You know how they be playing with my channel, man. You know how they be playing with my channel. But if they would have took with $800,000, he could have got 10 years, man. He could have got a good jury and got 10 years. You know? But when y'all spending all the money, man, y'all done spent all the damn money. Y'all want us to give y'all another meal on the appeal? $800K, man. Then it's gonna be dangerous for him in jail because you killed the young white football prospect in Texas. You know? And it's a high-profile case. Hope the blacks protect them in there. I hope they can. But it's going to be bad for him. It's going to be bad for him right now. You know? You know, a young white boy got killed. Man, the Aryan Brotherhood or whatever they call themselves, they gonna be on the hunt. You know, they watch TV in there. Y'all act like they ain't got TV in there. You know? And this shit didn't make it. Like when white folks think of us, they always seeing us turn up. And it's not always a good thing. It's not always a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to kick ass, but having
that it was not a case about race, but you cannot deny.
See, we got niggas doing this type of shit.
Judge as well in this case that it was not a case about race, but you cannot deny that just the facts of the case and what we've seen play out since then and what we're watch happening now is because the defendant is black, the victim is white, and that's the bottom line. Mm-hmm. But again, this is what I alluded to when I said this has brought out what's bubbling right beneath the surface.
This is the shit that they doing outside. It's like, you know, the motherfucking judges is hanging niggas. And then I heard that the lawyer was cool with the judge. Oh, it was all types of conflicts. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, hell no. You gonna make sure you get you a lawyer that's going to really go to bat for you. You know what I'm saying? You know. You're going to make sure you get a lawyer that's going to really, really go to bat for you, man. To not have one black juror, that's a shitty lawyer. However you want to slice it, that lawyer ain't shit. That is a terrible lawyer.
I'm off.
That's just a dumbass lawyer. And I don't think they took it serious how they should have. You know, I don't think they was taking it as serious as they should have. You know, the crowdfunding was the crowdfunding was not to get them a house and a new Cadillac. That's what they did. The crowdfunding was for his defense, to make sure we got his ass under a decade. They may not be quick to run up on him. They know he'll poke a motherfucker, so he may be good. He better have some knives in there. That's where you have your knife at, in there. And not for no goddamn high school football track meet or whatever the hell. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? You know? And, you know, every time it's a tragedy, you know, they always gonna show, you know, you want to show the best representation of your kids. Like when little gangster little niggas die, they show their graduation picture. You know what I'm saying? Or they show they high school basketball picture. You know, you're not gonna show the shit that they be really doing. But like they had a knife, man, and I forgot what he said, because he did warn them. He gave like a warning or some shit, you know, and that didn't help him either. To be talking, because it's like you got the intent on using this motherfucker. And they ain't got no weapons. You know what I'm saying? If I promise you, man, just human nature, let's just take black and white out of it. Just being human. If you see a nigga with a knife, you're not going to run up. So I got reason to believe he brought the knife out at the last second. You know, and he gonna have to pay for that, man. But he got the wrong parents, man. The wrong fucking parents, bro. You know, and Charleston White and them jumping in, having all of these people, these dumbass influencers, you know what I'm saying, running their mouth, didn't help either. I'm hearing mixed stories. The CEO of the GoFundMe released a statement saying they'll never touch the money. They took it after the conviction. See what I'm saying, man? We don't know what's going on, man. We don't know what's going on. And it's like, I don't play white folk games. You got to tell your sons, especially your black sons, there are different rules for you. I know it ain't fair, but it's real. Okay? This is how it really goes, nigga. If a white person do something, they gonna get a slap on the wrist. If you do something, they gonna push it to the furthest extent. And you need to know that. But you know what? We don't got like movies, sitcoms, and stuff like that that's educating kids, man. We don't have a new Boys in the Hood, you know, with a new Furious Styles. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that right now. We don't have we don't have good music. We don't have anything positive. We don't have positive imagery right now. We don't. And that's why they're able to run on this black fatigue shit. You know what I'm saying? And we got to stop platforming stupid motherfuckers like Charleston White. Because they think he speak for us. You know what I'm saying? But they, you know, the rioting that they're doing, it didn't help.
This is for Karmelo. I would have stabbed that nigga too. Why? Hey, I would have did it to him. I promise I would have. I would have did it to him.
But why?
I would have did it to him and his brother.
Okay, but for what reason?
Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Them little boys came looking for trouble.
Okay.
When you come looking for trouble, you don't know what fucking outcome goes.
See, that's a man that's raised by his mama. That's a man raised by his mama.
All right, so I've heard a lot about justice for Karmelo, right?
What you mean, justice for Karmelo? I would've stabbed that nigga too. Why he don't go?
Why?
Hey, I would've did it to him. I promise I would've. I would've did it to him.
But why?
I would've did it to him and his brother.
Okay, but for what reason?
Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Them little boys came looking for trouble.
Okay.
When you come looking for trouble, you don't know what fucking outcome going.
Sure.
You don't know outcome. You
Okay.
rob a bank. You don't know if you're gonna get the money.
Wait, somebody robbed a bank?
Hold on. Listen, real quick.
Man, you want to play dumb, man.
Listen.
No, I'm trying.
No,
No, I want to hear. Yeah. Let's talk about it. All right.
You can record it, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, I want to.
You rob
get
a bank,
insight,
right?
right?
You rob a
Yeah.
bank, right? You might get the money. You might go to jail. You might be dead, right?
Right.
You fuck with the wrong motherfucker. It's the
Okay.
same way. Them boys were looking for trouble. You know what happened? He got stabbed and he died because he
Okay.
went looking for trouble. That's self-defense, motherfucker. So
Alright.
if you can't see that between your fucking little ass brain, motherfucker.
All right.
Do I have to tell? I have to whisper it to you?
So.
You want me to whisper it to you?
No, I just.
You want me to whisper it to you,
You can-
motherfucker?
You can talk in.
You want me to whisper it to you?
Well, you're yelling right now.
All right, then, bitch.
You know, you're.
Play with somebody else, nigga. I'm a real gangster. Play with somebody else. I will fuck you up.
I'm just trying to get like some insight into this.
Yeah, man. We got some bad representation going on right now. It's not gonna help because there's no strategy behind these niggas. This is us not having a black leader. We don't have no leaders. We ain't got shit right now. We got goofy ass motherfuckers, and they able to keep playing with this whole chimping out shit. You know, but. I gotta find a video with the parents, man. I gotta find this video with the parents, man. Because we gotta. Where is that goddamn video, man? I need somebody to send me that motherfucker. I had that bitch. I certainly had that bitch. Yeah, like my baby ain't never hurt nobody. Yeah, all right, man. Nigga. You don't, it's like if niggas gotta move right, man. But that's because they wasn't raised right. And I don't even know if you could say, how many years you think a little nigga supposed to get? Just because he's young don't mean he ain't capable of murder. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, how do you put it would have we would have had a win if he would have got anything less than like 15, man, something like that, man. That would have been a win. And the only reason why I say that, if it would have been a situation where, like I said, somebody died, but there was no weapon involved, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's fighting in the street and motherfucker got hit by a car because they was fighting in the street and they blamed him. We would have a fighting chance with this shit. But you can't be unrealistic just because, and I want black folks to win. Believe you me, I do. But having that weapon on school grounds, they wasn't at a club, they wasn't on the block. That's school grounds, man. Because they gonna factor in. This is another thing that they're gonna factor in. They gonna factor in, could you had told an adult? Could you have went to a staff member, a teacher, a coach, or something to diffuse the situation? And that was a possibility. Running away was a possibility. Retreating was a possibility. And getting an adult authority figure was a possibility. Going right to the knife, though, I just can't defend it. I don't want to see him do that type of time. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all when this shit first happened, I'm like, he's going to do some time. The goal needs to be to get that boy about 12 years. He served 6. And he can come out and go to college and shit and still have a life. That's a realistic plan. That was a realistic goal. Y'all is just like, he just gonna walk scot-free. No, you not. With no if you got the knife and they don't, you're not walking scot-free, man. Like it was a girl. It's a girl who was she say she was playing with her boyfriend, but they was arguing. And she pulled a knife out of her purse and stabbed him in the stomach and killed him in the parking lot. Black girl. She like every bit of 19. She about to do some time. So like when you factor that shit in, you can't defend it, man. I know you want to. I know you want to. But like I said, we don't got leaders stepping up to calm this shit down. Because white folks is back. They fired up. They're fired up. You think these niggas online is fired up, these Hotep niggas? Talk about that self-defense. No, it ain't, nigga. No, it ain't. It's not self-defense in court. Maybe in prison. That ain't self-defense in a civilized situation, bro. You can't defend certain shit. Give me something to defend. That's all I'm saying. I got your back. Just give me something to defend. I can't defend shit. Because the knife. If it wasn't no knife, it would be a case. There really wasn't no case. They should have pleaded out. That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering what were they offered? Were they offered something? Because even if they was offered 20, shit, it's better to be fighting that on the appeal than this shit. You know? You trying to fight that, man? Come on, bruh. And the father got white folks turned up. I'm telling you right now, man, it's gonna get serious. Ever since they started really saying this N-word shit all day, I told y'all what was gonna happen. We didn't let too many people in the cookout and they didn't got comfortable. Now they're on the attack. And your black ass need to be prepared.
I hurt anyone. My son was defending himself. And that's what hurt so bad.
His mother recounts the moment she addressed the jury and made her plea to them during the sentencing phase.
To have mercy on my son.
Okay.
That's what I told the jury.
Hold up, why is everybody?
I know they had their minds made up already. So, I mean, really wasn't much I could say to change their mind.
Both parents fighting back emotions and tears as they described what they believe was a flawed trial.
We were delusional. We thought we was going to get a fair shake.
They claimed they were inconsistent.
How the fuck you think you was going to get a fair share when you got this shitty ass lawyer, y'all, who used to be the prosecutor, love to give niggas time, and you spent all his defense money. Say it's a modern day Rosewood. Shout out to my man Mike, man, with the 30. Who else was this? Let me see who else was this with the 10. Yeah, shout out to Yard with the 10. But black folks got to stop being real, man, and being truthful. Like, some shit you can't defend, bro. This was just uncalled for, bro. It was uncalled for. It was unnecessary, actually. Not only uncalled for, it's unnecessary. Wasn't
He's
needed.
from the get-go, despite witnesses who took an oath vowing to tell the truth.
Everyone actually lied on the stand.
Everyone.
All of the witnesses' statements were inconsistent. All of them.
His father says the court of public opinion had made up their mind about his son long before the trial began.
He was convicted when he walked out of the jail.
He was convicted because it was a body and it's a weapon. And it's at a place where there ain't supposed to be no weapons. They got signs that say no weapons.
If you looked at the news all last year, he was already convicted. If you look at it, it was already done. It was no innocent until proven guilty. He was already guilty.
He says the threats of violence against them continue.
People want us dead. That's what.
After they still got what they wanted.
After they still got what they want, they still want us dead. I can see. You see, I go look at my phone. People want us dead. They want our family dead.
And now they're preparing to appeal.
They did a number on us.
A judicial process they believe wronged them.
We didn't get justice. A lot of things that were missed that should have been handled a certain way. However, we couldn't say anything. We did what was instructed. We was told, so we just did what we was told.
Ken Molestina, CBS News, Texas.
Yeah, I think the father was a soft-ass nigga too, man. Y'all spent all that money. I think the father is a soft-ass nigga. The mama run the household. That's what I think going on. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, we gotta be realistic. Like I said, man, I was hoping he could get like I said, if he would have got a 10 and had to serve 5, you know, and been on like probation for another 10, that would have been a win. That would have been a win. That's what 800,000 is supposed to get you. That's what we was paid. That's what we was donating to. Not for y'all to go buy a new house, move, get a fucking Cadillac truck. We wasn't paying for that, man. You know what I'm saying? But then here's another thing. When you look at their whole family turned up. That's why it's a bad representation. They whole family turned up.
Yes.
Now this white guy is walking up on Karmelo's family to ask some questions. You know, just to ask questions. He with the press.
Free Karmelo. You guys support Karmelo? Yes? Yes? We're just here with press just to record and talk to you guys and see what's going on. Okay. Okay. It's a free country. You're in public. You're in public. Okay. Okay. Well, you're in public. I'm just asking. Yeah.
Bitch, go!
Whoa.
Hey, move the camera, bro. They don't want to.
It's free speech. It's free speech. Why are you throwing stuff at us?
Yeah, see, everything has to be factored in. You gotta understand the family gotta look right. You know what I'm saying? If you can't have your family wilding out every time they represent, because the judge gonna look like, man, this is where he come from. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Yeah, why are you throwing stuff at us? What the hell is that? All right, well, they're throwing water bottles at us while we're recording. By the way, there's signs right here that says self-defense is not a crime. Karmelo Anthony should do no time. And there's also this sign right here says hands off. And this sign says we stand with you. I believe this is about Karmelo as well.
See, you know, this is a sensitive time. I'm not gonna make, like, if my brother on trial for his life, I'm not gonna be wilding out and shit like that. Cause they be like, you know, once the press come out and say, yeah, his brother was going crazy, they gonna say they all like that. I just want to get you through the trial. We'll wild out after the win. It's bad timing for that. It's bad timing for that. That's all I'm saying. You know. Now, the other dude, Daddy, he's speaking out crazy. He going crazy.
Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's mixed messages being sent. She said she was there, but I have seen plenty of posts that say, and plenty of reports saying that the parents didn't show. So I'm like, did you just say that for the camera?
You can't get any more GoFundMe money or Go Send Go money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child, and I swear to God, CPS to come check on those other 3 that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit?
And this is another thing I want to say. What shouldn't have happened, they shouldn't have got that fake Benjamin Crump type of nigga to play the race card in this. Sometimes you can't play the race card because you might not win. I don't think the race card should have been played in the courtroom or in the public. You know what I'm saying? With them going public doing that and knowing that we about to be in front of a white jury and white judge, and y'all just killed, they gonna want they lick back. You gotta understand. They have declared war. You're not on Twitter. What I'm telling you is take your ass on Twitter. There is a war. There is a war with black folks and white folks. And white folks are not playing. And they not apologizing. They not. They ready to go back to the 60s. You know the motherfucker Chud. He got hundreds of thousands. That didn't come from no black folks. That is them backing they guy.
How about Minister Fuck You? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine.
This shit. Let me see what else he had to say. He been going on rants. This the daddy of the.
You have embarrassed your own culture and race. Don't get me wrong. We got white people that embarrass the shit out of me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that shit.
They talking.
And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for every fucking thing else. I'm going to tell you right now. Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing. Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch.
Let's do
What did
it.
you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your...
And here's another thing. There are ghetto black folks with money, and when they get money, you know where they want to move? Around white folks. They want to move to these white suburbs, but they don't want to understand what they facing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they the most civilized motherfuckers in the world, but when black folks, it's a lot of ghetto black folks in the suburbs with big houses and money, and they acting crazy. So you want to act like you sophisticated when you come back to the hood because where you live at, but you still act like a hood motherfucker out there. So you might as well have just stayed in the hood. You probably have been safe. You probably have, your kids will probably have friends. That's another thing. A lot of y'all like, oh, it's a racial thing and this, and this. Stop putting your kids in white neighborhoods. Oh, it's a better school. Okay, there are good black schools, there are good black areas. But when you making your kid the outsider, they're gonna have tension. They're gonna, people might say shit that offends them, but they might not, the people that's offending them might not know this is offending them. You bring your little black girl out to the nice soul suburbs of Bloomberg or whatever, and a white girl say, "Can I touch your hair? Is this real?" Whoa. And she get mad and want to just beat her ass. It's like when you go to a fancy restaurant, you don't act like you act when you're in Taco Bell. You act like you got some sense. That's another thing. It's a lot of black folks that go to these white suburbs and shit still be happening. So it's a behavior thing right now. Jews dying laughing. I'm just saying, man, we ain't gonna have a real conversation today. A real conversation today, man. You know, because your behavior is controllable.
Keyboard, you big keyboard warrior. You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name.
No. He's mad as hell. He ready to, y'all done put white folks back in their bag right now. It's up. It's up. And a lot of this shit is the TikTok and especially Twitter that's fanning the flames. Fanning the flames right now.
For Mello, okay? because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night. And have many nights to think about what the fuck he did. I forgave him, so I don't carry the hate and the anger. How poetic justice is served. You just do a big softball and knock it out of the park.
Yeah, man. And don't get me wrong, man. I got white friends. I got, you know, a lot of white people I know that I'm cool with. We're respectful to each other, and we're even better. It's not that we're just respectful to each other. We're respectful to each other's culture. But when you look at what's going on the internet right now, and you see all these people, because I personally, I don't got time to protest. I'm not protesting shit. I'm not walking in the streets doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? When that to me, that's not productive. Walking and yelling is not productive to me. You know what I'm saying? Because peaceful protests are never peaceful. They never are peaceful. You know what I'm saying? The black folks I deal with go to work. They trying to build, they trying to do shit. They trying to buy income properties and shit. They trying to do shit. I'm trying to build something. Fuck all that. You know? Some of these people go out there, they clout chasing, they wilding out. You know what I'm saying? And it just does not help. You don't see Asians do this. You don't see the Indians do this. You don't see the Arabs do this shit. The only time you see the Arabs is with the Palestinian shit, but that's their cause. But you definitely don't see no Chinese people doing it. Definitely ain't seeing no Asians. You know? You know? But they trying to get another GoFundMe to go. Shout out there. Salute to the church. I appreciate you, fam. I understand the frustration. Hundreds of years of injustice will do that. I get it. I get it. But we don't have no representation right now. We don't have no. We got Farrakhan, and he didn't even show up. He's getting too old. We don't have no black leaders. You know what I'm saying? To have strategy, you have to have leadership, bro. And if you don't have leadership, you better have some discipline within yourself to know how to behave. I don't go around fucking with people, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, it starts in the household. Before anything, it starts in the household. There's enough examples of kids taking weapons to school that I feel that the father should have been having that conversation with him. Many of them conversations. I think right now is important for everybody in here who has a black child to tell them to learn from this. Do not play with a weapon. Yes, you gonna get into fights. Take your lick, give your lick. But the weapons are gonna get you prison time. And you're not gonna get tried like Rittenhouse. Everybody wanna throw that out there. He's white. Okay, I get it. I certainly get it, but I get it though. You know why I get it? Because I know that the rules are not the same for a black person like it is for a white person. So why even play the game? Teach your kids to not even play the game. Sometimes you gotta teach your kids to walk the fuck away. Learn to walk away. You don't always have to be aggressive. When you outnumbered, you need to learn to walk away. Think every drunk motherfucker I see out in these streets that's talking crazy, I gotta pop off with them. I'm gonna walk away, man. Fuck all that, man. I got shit to do tomorrow. See, I think these kids don't think that jail is for real. That's why you got situations like the Julio Fulio dude. The dude was an A student, and you running around here doing ambushes on rappers so you can go on Twitter and talk about it. Now you're about to do life at 21. You ain't even hit the club yet. You ain't even really seen life yet. You ain't seen the campus yet. You about to do life. In the South, they think jail is a joke, and they think the police is playing, and they think the courts are going to be in their favor. I don't know what movies these motherfuckers are watching. I don't know what. See, the parents ain't having these real conversations about, and maybe they need to start taking their kids to Scared Straight. Nigga, watching Scared Straight scares me straight. Now. I don't want to live with niggas. But a lot of these parents letting these kids get in trouble, and they get slapped on the wrist, and they think that they can just play the system like that, and they don't think nothing gonna really happen. They brandishing guns, they shooting at motherfuckers, and they getting away with it. Now you got motherfuckers doing real time. Because they gonna hit you with real time. If you 16 or 15, sometimes even 14, they trying niggas like they grown men. And it's unfortunate that the music is glorifying that. Like jail is a badge of honor. It ain't never been cool to take showers with niggas. It's a lot of things that these kids, you should want to do something in life. As FBA, let's fight math and science. Yeah, man. And this is an example too, when a lot of parents ain't around their kids. You let your kids just go off to shit alone, you ain't being involved. I know the parents probably wish they would have came to that event with them. With Karmelo. This could have been prevented then. If you'd have came and seen your son run. You'd have been over there with him. The involvement has to be there, man. Because you're letting your kids get raised off of goddamn iPads, and it's becoming very dangerous. Y'all have got to sit your kids down and y'all go through this case in a real way. Because if they just looking at the hashtags, free dude, they think it's a joke. This is not a joke. You took a life, now they took your life. You could play it safe and walked away. I don't act the fool because another nigga acting a fool. You know? Avoid these motherfuckers, man. Let me see what else they talking about, man. See what else they talking about, man.
Hey, wasn't you on jury selection?
No, he wasn't. Man. No, he wasn't. Seriously. No, he wasn't.
See, now you got it's random black folks just running up on random white folks, smacking them.
He was on jury selection.
He's a vet, dude. He's a vet. He's a vet. He ain't been on jury selection.
I ain't worried about that.
Fuck you.
You gonna die.
Quit, dude.
You on jury? When you on jury?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
You on jury?
Doing it for clout. They doing it for clout. See, this ain't strategy. We on the defense. We ain't gonna let nobody come fuck with us or harm us. We on the defense. We ain't just running around fucking with people. Now everybody about to be running around fucking with each other.
Selection. You was on jury selection.
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
No, he wasn't.
Not for Anthony. Not for Karmelo Anthony. Oh. All right, my beat. I thought you was on jurisdiction for
See, it's about to get out of hand, man. Prepare yourselves, bro. Prepare yourselves, bro. It's about to be out of hand, man. It's about to be out of hand, man. And they was just acting a fool out there. Did I show this one? They was acting a fool out there, man. Let me see.
I don't have an opinion here.
See, we can't have the women running up on the acting like this outside the court.
Opinion. I don't have an opinion here.
Just like Karmelo was doing. I'm glad you just said that. That's what Karmelo was doing. Protecting his motherfucking self.
Whew. We're not gonna win with this representation, bro. We're not gonna win with this representation, man. You know, we gotta stop letting this fucking fool talk.
Anthony case, I ain't putting no goddamn money toward that boy. His daddy too goddamn weak for me. I don't like a weak nigga. His dad ain't willing to die, kill, or go to jail for nothing. That nigga just wants some.
Now see, he was just last week. He was just riding with him. The when this shit first happened months ago, what was it, in December? He was against the family and against Karmelo. You can't take Charleston White seriously because he was talking about he was gonna raise $1 million. He had all these people and he putting up 75,000.
Off the Karmelo Anthony case, I ain't putting no goddamn money toward that boy. His daddy too goddamn weak for me. I don't like a weak nigga. His dad ain't willing to die, kill, or go to jail for nothing. That nigga just wants some bills paid. Karmelo, my heart go out to you if you ever see this video one day. Nigga, I'd rather stand with the Jeff Metcalf nigga than I would with Karmelo's daddy. Nigga is weak, docile, and subservient. I ain't standing with no weak-ass black man, nigga. I'm off the case. I'm sending the money back. Go get them weak-ass nigga Benjamin Crump there, nigga. I'm out.
See, that's what he's in it for. That's what he's just he's just trolling. He's trolling. But yeah, they talking about let me see, what's this one about? I played this one already. They just trolling, man. Just trolling. What are they talking about?
The judge as well in this case said it was not a case about race, but you cannot deny.
We can't be just jumping in motherfuckers' faces and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it. I donated to that boy church. Coming to find out, we cared about him more than his mama did. Fuck them kids, the album. I swear, man. I swear. And we can't even trust the people who go through tragedy. We can't trust our people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly what we suspected. Karmelo Anthony filed an appeal claiming that he is penniless, that he is broke, that he have no money whatsoever. Charleston White, who is a content creator, him along with other of his connections has raised over $1 million for this boy appeal. Now here's when it gets crazy. Charleston White has also announced that he is backing out of this case, along with Sharon Ross, who is a criminal defense, and attorney Mitch Roque, I believe his name is. They are all backing out immediately. You see, the family is trying to get a hold of that money.
Yep. The family trying to start a whole nother GoFundMe, man. And they want to keep the extra money for them, and they don't want to give it back to the people who donated. The money, the unused money, they don't want to give it back to the donor. They want to use the money for the family.
According to Charleston White, they want to start another GoFundMe. Now, if you don't know, the only thing you could possibly do at this point is file an appeal. I personally don't think that's going to work. The boy's still murdered. 35 years is what he's doing. Charleston White, along with the other ones that is coming up with this money, have stated that they're going to use the money for the appeal, and whatever that is remaining is going back to the donors. But no. There's a dispute right now because apparently the mother and the father wants whatever money that is remaining to go back to them. For what? See, you all just want y'all bills paid. You all just want to use that money to go on vacation. You all threw y'all son under the bus. Now, apparently there's a lot of black activists that are trying to get themselves involved, but not in a way of helping them get this boy appeal done, but in a way of publicity. They're trying to capitalize off this. I told you all that father was weak. You all seen him in an interview the other day. You can look at this man and tell that he's a weak man. I don't understand why they're still trying to start a GoFundMe. Go to work.
Shout out to dude, because they have not been working. Ever since this trial, they have not been working.
Go to work. It is over. You all see him in an interview with the shirt, all believe Karmelo. Believe him of what? What the hell is it to believe? The boy murdered another kid, regardless if it was bullying or not. What are you talking about? You see, we all suspected that they used that damn nearly $1 million.
See, you say pocket watching the black family. No. What no white dollars going to Karmelo? Those are black dollars. So I'm going to watch those dollars. That shit with the Metcalf family, that's the white business. That ain't my business. That ain't our business. You know what I'm saying? So yes, when we see them go buy a truck and they didn't do what the fuck they said they was going to do it for, yes. Because the white family, they didn't even need to get an attorney. The state is prosecuting them. They just getting support because people found it in their heart to support. This boy needed a defense. And if the money wasn't used for a defense, I got a problem with that shit. Said that bullshit. What is this nigga? Yeah, no. We ain't pocket watching the black family. And we don't care about the money that was made over there on that side. Because we wasn't donating over there. Well, no white family's gonna be donating to the Anthony family. No. That's black money getting fucked over.
To fund a lavish lifestyle. And you know what? In my personal belief, I think that's exactly what happened. They all went out to 5-course meals, bought cars and houses, and did all type of vacational things. And see, you all been lazy. You all are capitalizing off you guys' son, who is doing 35 years. The boy don't have no help. They've been going around saying, oh, the white man is holding us down. But they had an attorney that was a white man. And mind you, was probably one of the weakest attorneys I've ever seen in my life. You all had an entire year to come up with money. A better attorney. Not that would have mattered. He still would have been going to prison, but a good attorney would have lessened those crimes. A good attorney would have put that boy on the stand. You all going around saying, oh, he's intelligent. He's a 3-point.
They didn't even put him on the stand. That's the crazy thing. They didn't even let the boy just got railroaded, man. The boy got railroaded all the way through, bro. He got railroaded all the way through. Let me put this link in the chat. The boy got railroaded, bro. The boy got railroaded, bro. And like I say, this is about bad parenting. This is about bad parenting. Nothing else. The link is in the chat, niggas. All the way around.
Oh, he can articulate words. So why come you all didn't put him on a stand? All these black activists, they have their hands on, oh, am I going to get paid for showing up? It's the reason why the Democratic Party has detached themselves from this case. The reason why Black Hollywood has detached. You ain't seen no celebrities from Black Hollywood reposting about the verdict. The family is a problem. The family is greedy. They want you all to support their lifestyle.
God damn! Shout out to dude. Whoever the fuck he is, I forgot, man. I'll be following him I follow bro on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Cause they sold it to us. Yeah, they was trying to bully him, and he feared for his life and all this shit. And shout out to my man James, man, coming through with the 5 on the Cash App, bro. Don't think I don't see you when I see you, because I see you, man. I appreciate you for appreciating me. But yeah, they sold it to us. Like, man, bro, the whole strategy of the trial. That shit, you didn't want to see your son have a chance. Because they was spending the money. They bought a big ass house and a Cadillac truck. At a time like this, we bought a new house and a truck? Are you crazy? You think they'll have to pay that money back on top of Medcap's possibly trying to sue? Yeah, they're gonna get sued. That's the thing. That's what they don't understand. It would have been better to not have no new house. It would have been better to not have nothing, because when they come to sue, because they're coming to sue. Oh, the civil suit's coming. People don't understand. The boy lived in that household. They can sue the household. Their insurances, first of all, the liability insurance is going to get sued. They're going to lose their house. And I'm going to tell you why. I got a family member, and they had a big ass fucking house. A huge house. And their son was in college, living at the house. And I'm talking about one of them $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 houses. Big ass house, 5 bedrooms, tall ceilings, just immaculate. And they got sued because the son was driving, and he was driving drunk with his friend as a passenger, and he crashed into a tree. He survived, but his friend died. The friend's family sued the household. Now they had like an insurance policy that was probably worth maybe about $300,000 in liability insurance. After that got exhausted, then it was on them to pay the rest of the bills. So they had to sell that house, downsize, and get a small ass house and pay hundreds of thousands to the family. That's how that works. That's how that works. So They went and spent $800,000 and bought houses and trucks and all that shit. Well, now there are going to be attorneys coming from the Metcalf family who are going to take the case for free because they're taking a third. This is how it's going to work. They're taking a third. So once they sue the household, they're going to run through that insurance. They're going to run through, they're going to have to sell that house, and they're going to put a lien on that shit, you know what I'm saying, to get the profits and all that shit. It wasn't worth it to be cheap on the lawyer and go splurge on the GoFundMe money, because it's coming right back. It's coming right back. That's what they're not understanding. Yes, they are getting sued. What up, fam?
What up? God bless the church, man. God bless this message. God bless the messenger, man. This Deacon Elo, man. I had to tap in, man. Bless you, man. Bless these holy words that are being said right now.
We having that real discussion, man, with the real working class black folks, man. We need to have this shit with the family, man.
Jap, I done had this conversation with family members. I done had this conversation at church, work, what may have you. This is no different than when your black folks get mad at you, your family get mad at you when they find out you voted for Trump. Do I feel sorry for that boy? Yeah. Do I feel sorry for the Metcalf family? Not so much, but I am sorry for that boy losing his life, because that's two teenagers. But like you said, this is bad parenting. Let's go ahead and call it what it is. This is a potato head raised child that reacted like a potato head and used potato head logic, and then uses brain, and was not ashamed after he did what he did, and went up to the laws and told them, yeah, I did it. Why? Because potato heads don't feel consequences, because they never suffer consequences. And now this boy suffer consequences because he's watched his mother raise him without suffering from no consequences.
It's something so simple that could almost put kids in the mindset of being in jail. When you put your kids on punishment, I don't hear these girls none of these people put kids on punishment no more. Like, they don't take their games, their TV. Man, I come in my room, everything gone. Like, it's like, nigga, you writing lines. It's like, they're not punishing their kids, you know what I'm saying, when they do something wrong. So these kids don't feel repercussions about shit.
That like you say, they don't feel repercussions because they've never had to. All they've had was a if a firm talking to. They might have got yelled at because their mama was mad about some money or some shit. But like you say, you go and you bought a Cadillac. I was talking to my homeboy and he was like, well, they had to move because, people kept pulling up to the house, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if that's true or not. If it was, then, go stay with some family. Go get an apartment. You didn't need to go get a big ass house. You didn't need to go get an Escalade. You had all this time. And like you said, you could have got a better lawyer. I live in Texas. I knew that boy was going to jail. There was no way around it. Me, honestly, I think jail is the safest place for him right now, because really in that Texas prison system, them Aryan Brotherhood dudes don't really run it like that. It's the Mexicans you got to watch out for, and they really don't care. He'll be around a bunch of nigga blackhead niggas that's knuckleheads and shit, and them old heads. So he'll really be good. And America has a very short attention span. So a couple of years go by, the public will forget all about him. They'll forget about his family. It'll be another story that pops up that catches people's attention. So
because it's stories we still don't talk about. What happened to the Gen 6?
Yeah, exactly.
What happened to them? Like, it's like they don't exist. We don't know we don't even know. Like after they showed up at the BET Awards, I'm like,
I just say it was nothing.
Why are they at the BET Awards? But yeah, we don't talk about that shit.
And it's like I told them people. I was having this conversation with my mama because my mother was real mad and telling me you following Trump. I say, why I gotta follow Trump just because I voted for him? Just because I sat and analyzed that he was the better politician out of him and Kamala, and he was the best pick. I told her and this what made me mad because my mama's one of them black intellectuals. She was a professor. She's retired. Blah 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 blah. But they all raging liberals. And I said, man, aren't you tired of pomp and circumstance? Aren't you tired of people just giving you they're just giving you a pony show? And she sat with a straight face and told me sometimes a pony show is the best you can get. I said, what? But and then I realized it's a cult. They got niggas in a cult. And as long as they're able to gird black victimization and parade it around and say you a victim, niggas will subscribe to it no matter how much money they got, no matter how good they doing in life, no matter what they got going on, they're gonna go ahead with it. So it's like we're fighting a uphill battle because, like you say, it's hard when representation, when you looking at his family and they wilding out. When you look, it's niggas at the protest crumping. What you crumping for, bro? Niggas is in the protest crumping to white people and the police. It looks bad. It looks real bad, and it's just shit you can't defend. You know what I'm saying? I don't take neither side.
Let me add some more brothers to the discussion, man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't take neither side.
Let me add some more brothers to the discussion. Somebody got to turn down the volume in the background. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Jap?
Yeah, what's up with it, bro?
Yeah, man. So how y'all feel about the situation, man?
Yeah, he might as well represent himself, man. That lawyer didn't do nothing. He didn't. Did he do any objections or anything? Call any witnesses? It's like he was sitting there. Karmelo would have been better representing himself, man.
Well, I think if he took a plea, I think it could have been a plea on the table. I don't think a plea was. I think they was believing the hype. They was believing in the Twitter hype.
Well, in my opinion, I think he was worth more to him. I mean, they pretty much sacrificed their son. You know what I mean? They got the money, they got to come up. He was worth more in jail than out of jail, you know. So they pretty much put him on a chopping block. It was about that money.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, it seemed like as parents they should have fought harder, man. Yeah, because they did raise a lot of money, man. And for him to get a public defender, that's crazy.
That's because they misappropriated the funds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying,
and they're gonna lose everything that they bought asset wise. They're going to lose it because they're going to get sued. They're going to have to sell off everything.
Right.
Yeah, if your son's life is on the line, like that's crazy to do, man. And it's like what do you say? And it's like if he wasn't supposed to be at the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like sometime when you don't, your kids are not monitored or things like that, you know what I'm saying? It kind of shows bad on the parents also. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And all they needed was one black juror, just one. You know what I'm saying? Which would have gave him an acquittal if they would have just had one of his peers, just one. You know what I'm saying? But that's all they needed.
Hey, check it out, church. Shout out to the brothers on the panel, man. Shout out to you, Jap.
I appreciate it.
In the chat, man. But I had to call in on this one because I'm from Dallas, bro, and I done been to court out here, and I done beat these folks twice. So what they missed, man, is you fighting a war on two fronts. You gotta control the PR side, which is hard when you got Keisha running around here screaming in the microphone, antagonizing these folks, continuing to push the racial side of it. So you losing on the PR side. And then you have your normal defense where you're taking all of the facts, you're getting you a good attorney. And then as one of the brothers said, man, anybody with any type of sense know that you don't take a case like this to trial. You don't put that decision in the hands of 12 white jurors. The bigger piece of all of this, bro, and this is just this is kind of an amalgamation, or if you take the whole of what a big part of our issue is in our community, bro. Women cannot lead this shit, bro. This is exactly how we end up in these type of situations. I got a son, bro. I got
1,000%.
And I put myself in that situation. When that father was coming and saying he wanted to pray together and all that kind of stuff, we would have been doing some praying, bro. We would have been thinking of, okay, yeah, my son took your son's life, but what cards can I play? All right, I know he probably gonna get some time. How do I mitigate as much damage as possible? How do I, instead of him getting charged with 35 and having to do 17 before he even eligible for parole, let's say, all right, we done put together a united front to control the PR side so that social media and everybody else can't take the narrative and run with it. Because those jurors watch that too and their families watch it too. So we're gonna
and they showed no remorse. That didn't help.
Exactly. And then everybody know when you go to court, bro, if you don't plead out, you better have a damn good defensive attorney because they're gonna throw the book at you just for using their resources. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
This is bad. I know my son's gonna go to jail. How do I minimize the years? We're gonna come together, we're gonna put up a united front and say, all right, both families done got together and said, hey, we understand our son messed up, we understand a life was taken. All right, we have a scholarship or some type of fund with this dude, with this boy name on it, to where into perpetuity is gonna benefit somebody later on down the line. So that 35 years may turn into a 20 and you out in 7. But the only way to do that is if you have somebody logical at the forefront saying, hey man, this is how we're gonna play it. These are the cards that we have dealt. This is the best possible outcome that could come from it. You got to take that emotional shit out of it. You know the type of game you playing. We in Texas, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna play out the way it's gonna play out. They have all kind of back office deals and shit that they work through these court systems, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the way it was all framed, they kept the tension going between both families. And from what that white dude was saying, he was trying to break the tension.
Yep.
And what happened, they kicking him out of the press conferences and all that shit.
Yep.
So they made it racial tension off top, and they played it wrong because it didn't play out right.
Facts.
Yeah.
How old was these kids again?
How old was his kids?
Yeah.
I mean, they had to be like 18. They was seniors.
Okay, all right. Because I was gonna say I'd have tried to go to low ball if I could have got them in juvenile court, but they was past that point. Okay.
Nah, this Texas, after that murder, he getting tried as an adult.
If he was 15, they would have tried him as an adult in the South, bro.
Yeah.
This Texas, they don't play that shit. You do some shit like that, they gonna throw the book at you. I live in Houston.
Okay.
The criminal system down here ain't gonna play with you.
Shit, I'm up here and it's the same way. See, the other thing too, his defense attorney, and I don't know because they didn't allow cameras in the courtroom, but his defense attorney should have differentiated between him having a damn butterfly knife, a switchblade, or what he actually had, which was a Weatherman. A Weatherman is the knives that got the little pliers on it. It got
like a Gerber,
a little old saw on it. You know what I'm saying? His defense attorney came out and said, "Hey, over the weekend." His defense attorney said, "Man, over the weekend, they were working on the project at home. Karmelo had the knife on him. He knew he wasn't supposed to have it in school, so he threw it in his backpack. It jumped off. He got nervous because he was surrounded by kids he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like something to that effect, man. Instead of just saying, hey, he went up there under a tent with a knife, ready to poke somebody as soon as they ran up on him.
They still could have fought.
That's what I'm saying. That the attorney really didn't do nothing. Because a lot of people carry those knives, man. It wasn't just him. And they act like he just went up there with this big old, this big old samurai or something. But it's like he should have cross-examined some of the witnesses came in. Because I heard some of them changed. Some of their stories changed when they first got talked to. Some of them little kids that went up there. They could have got. I'm pretty sure it was out of cell phone videos and all type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And the video
From
they
what
show,
I
they said they
understand,
couldn't even see anything.
from what I understand, the attorney rested his case after 4 hours of deliberating. So he ain't even put no work in. If
If he was a public defender, they not really, you know what I'm saying? They not really going, you know, they not working overtime on the weekend on your case and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
like you say, they showing up in a.
No, but when you
They may put a
get high
little
profile,
more effort because it's a high profile case. They would have put a little more effort, but not that
and
much.
that's a notch on your belt. If you win that case, that's a notch on your belt. Also, you can move
Yeah.
up. But it's just like
Exactly.
he's just railroading, man. And for what I seen, didn't the dad know the judge too? He knew the judge, the dad.
But that's all courthouses are like that. Let's keep it real. Everybody
So
knows somebody that knows
that's a
somebody.
conflict. That's a conflict. That's a conflict.
I know, but that's been going on forever. That goes on in Georgia. I think that goes on in every state. Somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And that's how they plead your case now.
Yeah, but it's not supposed. That's what I'm saying. It's not supposed to be. It could be. You can. Not supposed to have it like that though. You know, even
I know,
the
but
judge for that.
that's the injustice we've been complaining about all these years. That's why we got to start breeding lawyers, doctors, and judges. You know what I'm saying? And start putting some of the money in the pot and buying them off.
You're right. We got to stop training everybody to be a goddamn football player and a baseball player. We need more lawyers. We need more doctors. We need more judges, and and again, because I seen in Dallas, it was a bunch of black women that became judges. Kudos to them, but we need black men in these spaces. I spoke a lot to some of my close friends. Like this is where men undergird and take the forefront and have to be in the front and take the blunt of these blows. Cause I can tell from the way, cause like he said, some of these kids were changing their stories, because when one of them was cross-examined, they even admitted that Karmelo was antagonizing the boy. Well, they was like, they were like, hey, okay, well, do that, see what's gonna happen. Well, okay, ain't nobody gonna touch me. Like I say, that's potato head logic. You ready to pop off because you don't care about the circumstances and about the consequences, versus when you have a father, a strict, stern daddy that's gonna get on your ass and let you know, hey, them same rules don't apply to you. You got a whole different set of rules, and as a man, you gonna do this. You gonna do this and this. This what you can get away with. This what you can't get away with. This where you gonna have to walk away. But if you're in this situation, stand up and fight for yourself, nigga. When you come home, you ain't gonna get in trouble. Once I get there and I talk to the teacher, and the teacher tell me this, blah 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 blah, and you get suspended, you're gonna be all right. But when I catch you in the wrong, nigga, it's your ass. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell majority of us, if not all of us, then had that father, uncle, or grandfather that then gave us that talk. You know what I'm saying? And me myself, like, you know what I'm saying, when I was in high school, I never had them type of problems. Like we even when playing sports, all that, man, them white kids was nice as fuck to us. You know what I'm saying? But it's like not all... this generation, like, is just very fucking different, bro. Because there's no way that shit would have went on. Maybe, and if you would have got jumped, you can't tell me at your school you would have went back and told them kids you got jumped. Everybody from the school would have been there at the next track meet, the next football game, whatever. Facts. We'd have been all there waiting, ready for something. Like, all right, you jumped my boy, you'd have been a hero at school, man. You got jumped, you handled two of them, but the other two got you, whatever. Don't worry, we gonna be there next track meet. Next track meet, it'd have been 50, 60, 70 Letterman jackets. Niggas in the Glee Club, ROTC, everybody been sitting there waiting to start some trouble because I got jumped. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? It perplexes me how, in less than a generation, these kids don't have those problem solving skills that we had in middle school. Because we all know some shit like this didn't happen to somebody in high school. And it didn't go to this extent because of whatever social media or whatever. But I find this very crazy that this was something very small that if one small decision, we never would have heard of this. But yet it's to this extent. And at the
It's
end
the
of the day,
same.
it's like Jeff say, it's a failure on the parents.
Yeah, but it's
With
this.
some
Hold
shit you
on.
can't defend.
I'm gonna use this for example. Okay, you got what you call. I can say y'all can blame the parents all you want, but it's a thing called common sense too. You know what I'm saying? I remember coming out of high school, getting talking to some guy, neighborhood friend, girlfriend. I got sideswiped, hit in the eye. You know what I'm saying? Went to fight him, and then he thought he could take me, but he couldn't take me. And then he pulled out a gun on me. This was after school. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time that's when the fights happen up in Jersey, right after school. You know what I'm saying? I had sense enough to know to step away, to go away, get away. I ain't had the upper hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's a common sense thing too. You know not to bring weapons to school. If you're gonna fight, have your crew with you or shoot the fair one. You know what I'm saying? These are rules of the engagement when it comes to fight.
I can't. Yeah, anybody can hear? I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said the rules of engagement. I remember getting into it with a guy one day after school. I got popped in the eye. We went to tussling, fighting. He realized he couldn't take me, so he went and pulled the gun out. You know what I'm saying? Went to his people, pulled the gun out. I knew had the common sense to know to step away. You know what I'm saying? To back off. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have proceeded, I'd have got shot and killed. So there's rules of engagement to everything. You know what I mean? It's just how you handle it. You know what I mean? So that's all I was just trying to say.
We're gonna be honest, man.
He got charged of first degree, right?
Yeah.
He got charged of first degree. So that's what I'm saying. It don't seem like that was first degree. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, that don't seem like first
got
degree.
that shit down to like second degree, third degree, something.
No. Involuntary manslaughter.
Have y'all heard about Casey Allison in Belton, Texas? It was Casey Allison. He premeditated. He really did threaten to get at the Latino boy. He brought his knife.
Yeah.
He stabbed him 4 to 10 times. He got off with manslaughter. I think he got 5 years. Maybe he'll get out in 5, 10.
Yeah, he got like,
So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, he got
it's different circumstances,
Right.
Like I said, that premeditated and premeditated is what got him when he said, "Do it and let's see what's gonna happen." You know what I'm saying? That's like if you sucker punch me and I choose to pull out a knife and stab you, and you die of the consequences. That you already let it be known that I got something that's gonna put you down. You know what I'm saying? So that's premeditated.
But this is the thing. Okay, so he was talking to him. Okay, he was talking to a guy he knew in that tent first, right? And so the guy, fake friend of his, invited him over there. He was talking to him. The Metcalf twins popped out. They were supposed to be suspended. They weren't even supposed to be up there. They'd start charging him up. I mean, like I say, I know most of us would have had that fight or either walked off. You know what I mean? He took it wrong. I admit, but it wasn't premeditated, man. I know what he said. He said, yeah. Most people say, hey, if you touch
what premeditated mean, right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm listening to you. But he just
like,
that
if I pull out a gun on you and say, hey, you can walk away, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm letting you know that I'm gonna put you down.
Right. Collin County, they do this to a lot of brothers and sisters out there, right? This is where Jerry Jones' story is. This is Frisco, Texas, McKinney, Texas. Say it's a lot of money over there. It's a lot of, races going on out there. You know what I mean? It's Texas. It's a lot of cities like that around, little country towns like that. But like I say, he did not get a fair trial. They didn't let cameras in there. They didn't present all the evidence. And I heard that he didn't use a public defender. He paid that boy, that other white guy, he paid him. And he is a crook. The DA has got cases of harassment on women. It's a lot of crooked stuff goes on out there. I know y'all, I get what y'all saying though. I'm with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my kids graduated from Allen, bro. So you already know I'm familiar with Collin County. Man, if I was a defense attorney, bro, I would have been showing scans of what the brain looked like at 17 versus what it looked like at 20.
Yeah, thank you.
How undeveloped his frontal cortex is. Man, I would have been all over the place with it. Because at the end of the day, man, he killed somebody, right? And you can only strategize and plan from that, because that's always going to be what they fall back on. Well, he killed somebody, he's not going to get off. I'm telling you, I would have been showing how undeveloped his brain is. I would have showed his track record of all of the good stuff he's done. If there was some type of change, I would have looked at, hey, man, in our family his great grandma died, man, and that was his main person that he leaned on, and he had been having emotional issues. And we've, you know what I'm saying? We tried to get him help, but this happened before we were actually able to get him the counseling that he need. Bro, I would have been bringing up all kind of shit because that's all you have to play, because they still gonna fall back on somebody's life being taken. You can only try to mitigate the damage. It's like you waking up in the middle of the night and your house is on fire. At that point, you like, if you ain't got no fire extinguisher, you like, hey man, I'm trying to run a water hose up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you're trying to minimize the damage from something traumatic that has already happened. You know what I mean?
Now I want to know what y'all think about the appeal, because that's all he got right now is the appeal. So how y'all think that's gonna go?
Man,
well, I hope that he should go for the appeal and maybe get them 35 years dropped down to at least, like I said, 15 years at least. You know what I'm saying? So I think he should do some time, but not no 35. You know what I mean? At least 15, and with good behavior out in 10.
The problem is the dealing with the parents, and they're asking for funding, for representation for that. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna. They not. So like they asking the people to go fund me on that.
Well, they're gonna have to find another way to get that money because they didn't do the right thing with the first money. So they're gonna have to find another.
Even on the PR side, again, the more they keep pushing, the more they keep doubling down on this, man. That appeal really is not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna be more money wasted. It has to be a strategic and purposeful approach. It should have been that way for the trial and for the appeal. Like, because the thing is, what are you going to do different in the appeal phase than what was done when the trial happened? If it's still the same thing, if you're still trying to have this racial battle that you're not going to win in the state of Texas, then you're gonna get the same results. You know what I mean? And that's if the appeal even halfway take.
What about having him testify? What about having him testify?
You prove it's self-defense, and then you have to determine if he really feared for his life.
No self-defense. It should be strictly guilty, but with explanation. You know what I'm saying? Like, show guilt. Show grief.
The agent dude got off last week on self-defense. So yeah, put self-defense on the table, and you could say, "Oh yeah, I fear for my life," because I don't believe he went to that thing looking for no trouble. They went messing with him. And the thing is, he stopped and told somebody what he did. So he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He stopped and told somebody what he did. So self-defense in Texas, you have laws for a reason. There's so many people get off on that. You know what I'm saying? Whether you did it wrong or right, I'm saying that the justice applies to everybody. You know what I mean? So if he feared for his life, then whether he said do it again, what did they do for him to do it again?
Okay.
They did something for him again. Plus, these dudes was bigger than him. These dudes was much bigger than that dude.
Right. Okay, you ain't never been jumped by somebody bigger than you?
I could be jumped. Yes, I live in California. We don't have a standard ground law here.
Oh no, hear what I'm saying. Have you ever been jumped by someone bigger than you?
No, I've never been jumped by somebody bigger. But if I did, I'm saying you can't say what you have, do in that situation.
But you're not gonna die, is what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna die.
It don't matter.
I know
it don't matter though. The standard ground law doesn't mean you have to die. It just means you have to fear for your life. It don't mean you have to die.
But Rick Chow,
But he literally could have ran away from the tent. He could have ran away from the bleachers. He could have ran. You know what I'm saying?
You could have in Texas. You had no duty to run.
When you fear for your life, it's two things you're gonna do: fight or fright. They say, right? But the other option he could have ran away.
He could have, but Texas law, you don't have to though. That's the thing. Texas law, you don't have to. So I'm saying
Come on, man. Yes, we're talking about grown adults that's able to carry weapons and knives. You know what I'm saying? Legally. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about young kids that you gonna fight or flight. There's two things they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna swing with them hands. And I agree. If he was being held down by multiple people and whatnot, I could see you saying that. Because I done been ran by a group of 10, a group of 30. You know what I'm saying? When you've been approached by gangs, the first thing you do is take off running because you know you're not, and you fearing for your life because you know, and then when you get caught, you even gonna ball up, cover yourself. You know what I'm saying? Take what minimize the wounds. You know what I'm saying? The hits and keep on going. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't pulling out a knife and stabbing somebody. That was a one-on-one situation.
No, actually, they said it wasn't a one-on-one. They said it was multiple people over there. It wasn't just one-on-one.
No, we can't go off what they say. What they say and what actually happened is two different things. Only one person, no one else got stabbed. Because if he had a knife, I had a knife, and most people is coming at me. It's going to be more than one person getting stabbed. Yes or no?
But that little knife he had.
Yes or no?
How many people you gonna stab with
If
that
you
one
got
knife?
a knife,
That one
then I
knife
don't
he
care,
had-
yo. If you got a knife and you got it in hand, you're swinging it like this, bro. Ain't nobody gonna take that out your hands. Everybody that come at you, gonna be hitting them. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Only
he
one
was
person
just
got stabbed. Explain that.
He just jabbed the guy and got away because he was scared. He wasn't trying to kill him. It happened to hit him in the heart.
Right.
He wasn't
That's
trying
right.
to.
He wasn't trying to kill. That's what I'm saying.
So that's why I
He was
said
not
that was a
trying to kill that
one-on-one
kid. That's why he ran
situation.
away.
Check this out. So in the state of, I just looked this up. In the state of Texas, you got 4 main categories for homicide. You got capital murder, or CAP, like we call it, which my brother had in 1. You got murder, number 2, 3 manslaughter, 4 criminally negligent homicide. If I go through and I'm not going to do it because it's Jap stream, but if I go through and read the definition of those 4 main categories, his lawyer could have easily tried to argue that shit down to criminally negligent homicide or manslaughter.
There you go.
Which means that yes, you committed the act, but you didn't necessarily do it with the intent
to do it.
Now, somebody's life was lost as a result of what you did, but you didn't necessarily say, "Hey, I'm going to go and take this dude's life." It was a situation that occurred. You poked the dude with a Weatherman. You know what I mean? And then you can even, he could even argue and say, if he really intended to do that type of damage, why didn't he bring a Bowie knife? Why didn't he bring a hunting knife? You know what I'm saying? He had a Weatherman, a multi-tool, what we call it in the industry that I work in, a multi-tool. He used the knife. He used the knife when on it and stabbed the guy trying to defend himself because he felt like he was threatened. That's not capital murder. That's not murder, which is what he was charged with, murder. That's either manslaughter or criminally negligent homicide. But the fact that his attorney didn't even get it slid down to that, you get the result that he has, which is 35 years and 17 before you can even come up for parole.
That lawyer was not legit, y'all. He wasn't legit. That's why he didn't address any of this.
I don't think that white lawyer coming from Texas wanted to win that case for him.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
Because he's still got to be amongst peers, and he's got to be in that community and be the guy who got that boy off for killing that white boy.
Yep.
Yes.
And you think about those elected positions. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking about they like,
if he wanted to run for something else or something like that, that's going to always be a stain on his jacket.
Facts.
Right.
Well, at least he could have picked some of the jury. Don't both sides get to pick the jury? At least he could have did that.
That's what I'm saying. Well, any of y'all want an all jury, none of your peers, none of your same race, come on, man. You don't have a fighting chance with that kind of jury.
Dude went in there with his hands tied behind his back. Like he went in with his hands in his pocket, man.
But this the thing, when they interviewed the jurors, they had a black one that said, "Oh no, I can't stand to see a brother locked up." If that's how you feel, bro, shut up and hang the jury. Shut up and hang the jury, bro.
Yeah,
right,
that person was dumb. But see, that's what it seemed like what happened. All the black people that was probably was like, we're gonna find him not guilty. Because I remember back in the days, they said, by all circumstances, say not guilty. That's what my mom told me to say. I can't do that. If the person guilty, I'm gonna say they're guilty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't gonna, if I know them to be guilty. So these jurors that was being questioned had to have said, "Hey, we gonna find them not guilty regardless." And it's like, all right, we don't need you out. You know what I'm saying? It was biased from the day one. That's probably why. It
would have been
they were checking their social media. They were checking their social media stuff.
So do you feel like he has a fighting chance going in? He's not a criminal. He had some questionable pictures online that looked like he could have been dibbling dabbling with the gang and all that. But the guy was a straight A student. He had a captain of football team, captain of track team, head in the college. Yep. I mean, come on, man.
None of that matters. None of that matters because once you do an act, like you said, we're not judged the same way. You know what I'm saying? Once we do an act, you're almost guilty until proven innocent.
I would have went right back to his brain not being developed and him being influenced by rap music. I would have hung right on that. Hey man, listen, Karmelo don't come from that. You know what I mean?
He was indoctrinated on social media and through the music. We've tried to mitigate it as much as possible, but I can't be with my son 24 hours a day. So those pictures, we didn't know about them. I'm shocked as a parent to see them come up. I don't know where they were taken. I don't know whose firearms they were brandishing, but he doesn't come from that. This is the kid that y'all getting ready to sentence. You know what I mean?
Does he have a fighting chance in that prison? Do you think he gonna make it?
No.
He'll be all right.
He gonna have problems with his own people.
He'll be all right. Now, don't get me wrong. He gonna have to scratch when he get down there, but it's gonna be some people that for him. They as bad as shit is in Texas prison, man, and it's not necessarily a badge of honor. It's a lot of us in the prison system here in Texas because it's one of the most populous states for Black people. The essay is just because they right by Mexico, but it's a lot of us in there. He probably gonna get in there, probably get with the Muslims because he's not gang affiliated. He from Collin County. Ain't no neighborhood that he gonna get tied to. So more than likely it'll probably be the Muslims that take him under their wing. You know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna let nothing happen to him. As long as he's down there wilding, gambling debts and all that kind of shit, he'll be all right.
Before Charleston White took his $75,000 back, he said that he had a Muslim that had been in the prison 27 years where he was going, that was going to look out for him, allegedly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, we keep going off this hearsay. We keep going off this hearsay.
Yeah, Charleston Wright be trolling, and the dude, Charleston Wright be like, he tries to get a rise. He tries to be the contrary. I don't take none of that dude say serious, man.
I know it. I know.
Well, some of the stuff he say be accurate, but then, like I say, he says a lot of bullshit too. So you can't believe 100% of what anybody says.
Right, you can't.
Right,
you're right. Because don't Charleston Wright carry around different things, the stuff. You know what I'm saying? He would be in the same situation. He carry around the same stuff.
The same situation. He gonna be in the same situation, and he been running around here bragging about how he murdered a white man.
But he didn't do it. It was his friend, and he snitched on him.
His friends did it. Yeah.
Yeah, he like to wear that story.
Yep, he does.
Yeah, man. But I mean, went to prison, man, when we were 17. He got out when he was right before he turned 30. And it was the same thing with him. He got down there, bro. There's no facial hair, no hair on this arm, little old chubby dude. He got down. Now, our neighborhood where we come from is 60s. So when he got down there, they were like, hey, where you from or whatever, what neighborhood you from, check this paperwork and shit. Hey, man, you over here with them. So he was with the 60s in prison. You know what I mean? And what they did was took him as this young cat, got him online with the way they work out and shit like that. Now, when he came out, the dude was chiseled in the motherfucker, but all they checked for is make sure he had heart, make sure he stayed out of the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And make sure he don't get in here causing no issues. You know what I'm saying? Don't get in here fucking up our program. We already got our own thing. Basically, they taught him how to jail. And as long as he adhered, he was all right. He still had his fights and shit like that over the years, but they basically just showed him how to program. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, Pippin Ken been in prison. He said he linked up with the Muslims. They kind of had his back in certain, when they transfer him different, pods or whatever. Yeah, he said the Muslims, kind of helped him move the right way down there.
Yeah, because you only got a couple of buckets you can fall in. You're either going to fall in with your blood, you're going to fall in. Now, number one, it's all segregated by race. That's the first thing. But you're going to either fall in with your bloods, you're going to fall in with your Crips. And if you don't fit in none of those other categories, you know what I mean? The others, which is, Samoans and Asians and shit like that. If you don't fall into any of those other categories, typically, especially for Black brothers, the Muslim, you're going to kind of lean towards the Muslims, which is why you see so many brothers come out of the system as Muslims, because they don't fall into any of those other buckets unless they have some type of awakening when they in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have y'all been seeing all this AI shit they doing on him, on Karmelo, and all of these AI pictures of these people pissing on the grave? Like they
oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
They are wilding right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's making it bad. That's making it bad for him, man. Everybody's seeing that. See, that's not.
It's.
But you got to realize,
if you in Texas, man, I suggest you got to keep your head on the swivel right now because it's hostile.
Let me ask this question.
Jap, you were liking it in Texas, though. I swear to God.
Can I get in right quick?
My mama them down there. I've been down there. I've been to Dallas.
Right.
Well, I've been to Dallas too.
Yeah, I've only been to Dallas. I've never been to Houston.
Yeah, man, I live out here. It's straight, man. It's the one thing about it is
you know, with the pro-gun laws and shit that we have, it's not uncommon. I got a drum on my shit and been having one. And it's not uncommon to really be carrying it like that just because of shit where you are. You know what I'm saying? Now, for the most part, you know, people cordial, you know, people speak and shit like that, but you never, if you got any type of common sense, you never lose sight of the fact that shit at any given time, you know what I mean, they could pop off, you know what I mean? But for the time being on your day-to-day life and when you're moving around, man, I ran into more racism in California. Shit, I spent time in Southern California and ran into more racism out there than I have here back at home in Texas.
Right. See, I'm from Fort Worth, where Charleston from. I lived in California. I lived in Florida. Like I say, California was rough out there. That's some serious stuff going on out there, bro, for black people. That gang culture, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then
I ain't trying to cut nobody off, but you know, I was trying to speak with
about California is they about the phase. You know what I'm saying? They throw hands before they throw the weapon. But they do be shooting motherfuckers, but they about
I'm gonna
phase.
say, what about? I heard
So
the
they do
Mexicans and the
drive-bys.
blacks don't get along down there, do they?
Nah.
Yeah, so
that's what it's.
where I'll be at in Southern California, shit, it ain't even really that a lot. I'll be out in Monrovia, Arcadia, like east of LA. You know what I mean? It ain't a lot of black folks out there anyway.
Right, the bird. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still it's crazy. Like it's palm trees and shit like that, and you got like nice big ass houses and shit. But you bend the corner and go down the street, man, and you fuck around and end up in some little old bitty ass apartments where it's really going down at. You know what I mean? So
well, see, you had Big U was extorting like Jay Prince and them do in Houston, see, and they was offering all them brothers and athletes and stuff. You know what I mean? Extorting the money. I mean, it's crazy, man. That's how they do. And you know what I mean? We do each other, man. That stuff is wild, man.
Yeah, man.
But I still think, like you said, on the appeal, he should basically get another flow of income coming in through some type of organization or something, maybe a celebrity or something of that nature to support him. And he got to plead guilty, you know what I'm saying? Like, with, you know, try to switch it from not guilty or self-defense to guilty with, you know, with an explanation. Like he said, he didn't mean to kill him, but he killed him. Like I said, it was just a little small Gerber, a little thing like this that was able to kill him. You know what I'm saying? And when you flip that out.
Can I do this real quick and then and if it's with you, Jack? Well, out of those four murder categories that I talked about in Texas,
You got a lot of background noise. I could hear you.
Hey, salute, Jap. Salute, panel. I'll holler at y'all later. God bless, man.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's a tragic situation, man. He didn't get represented right, and that's all I was hoping for. That he was just gonna get good representation. That was the only thing you could really hope for in the beginning, because I knew he was gonna get time for that. Because just having the weapon, especially and where he had it at.
Yeah, in his book bag. What they said, it was in his book bag.
But with where the location, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Being on
the small, on the big part, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's never gonna be a good look.
Yeah. I keep mine on the side of my book bags, the little Gerber that I got, you know. My little wet, you know. Easy access. You're able to pull it out very easily.
Yes, my damn armrest, my truck.
And I'm only saying that because as kids, I grew up with a 007, and a 007 was as large as your phone. It was about this long, you know what I'm saying? Once you flipped it out. And, you know, that's what we use to stab cats and stuff. The same thing the little Puerto Rican kid got. Damn near machete, if you want to think about it. You know, and if you get stuck with that, you definitely gonna feel something. Or cut with it. Yeah, and that was high school days.
I appreciate y'all brothers coming through, man. We gonna close out because I'm getting ready for tonight's show. I'm trying to put together for y'all.
All right, now y'all brothers be cool.
All right, man.
Put this show together for y'all niggas tonight, man. But yeah, man, it is very important that y'all talk to y'all kids about this case in particular. Really, really talk to your kids about this case, man. Because these kids I just don't think that they take the law serious. And They hear their favorite rapper beating cases and shit, and they think that they're gonna get the same outcome. But you know what I'm saying? This shit ended bad for dude. I mean, real bad for dude. So hopefully his appeal is good, and you know, he can get some of that time reduced. But I think you're gonna have the family is gonna have a very hard time with black folks funding them with the way that they handled their money the first time. You know what I'm saying? Because they just slopped together a defense, and that shit was awful, man. That shit was awful, man. But man, y'all get in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all share this. You know what I'm saying? It was good discussion, good talk. I appreciate everybody who donated, everybody who sponsored. Anybody I missed, I apologize. We was in the middle of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But y'all make sure y'all share this. Share this on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, go on Twitter, set one up, and just monitor what's going on with the culture right now. Because they have ushered in, ever since the N-word epidemic and this black fatigue shit and that bullshit that Fresh and Fit and them promoting it, it's getting hectic. It's getting hectic, man. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that y'all are on point. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, racism is coming, as they say, it never left, but shit, you know, it ain't been this bad. It's about to get real bad. We about to have our version of the 60s around this motherfucker, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta be on point, man, and move right. And know that these people we don't get the same treatment in court as everybody else, man. Shout out to Jose, man. We're not gonna get the same treatment as everybody else, man, especially as a free-thinking, straight black man. And our young black men, we gotta make sure we game them up, man. If they not gamed up, they gonna fall victim like Karmelo did, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about the parents. Be on these motherfucking kids' ass, man. Get on their ass. But I appreciate y'all for checking in. I'm gonna see y'all in a few. Much love to the church. One. Church, check in. It's your boy, Minister Jap. Listen, I know y'all been looking for me, but at the bottom of this video, in the description section, you'll see where it says follow me. You can follow me on all social media platforms. You know, make sure you click the links in the description so you can get in touch with me and get in tune with everything I post at all times. You never know, the haters might try to take us down. Also, make sure you're following my backup channel, Minister Jap Church Media. Follow the channel now. We are not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Make sure y'all paying attention. Church on the move. Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. You hear me?
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church, check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest, broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church, check in, man. Church, check in.